Guys, thank you so much for coming in here to see me at Body by Design. My name is Josh Wheeler and I'm one of the owners and head coaches here at Body by Design. This video series is going to be called Your Body and Mind on Menopause, or is it just hot in here? I don't know. So, this is going to be a few series long, and I'm going to be covering in this series mainly how catching a glimpse of menopause, how you can sort of see it coming along, reviewing the menstrual cycle, so sort of why it's going up and down, your sex hormones, stages of menopause, and also the supports you need to sort of get through or past, or maybe some information on where you could go to get some more help. Now, as you see me keep looking down here, I've got my side notes here because if I don't, I'm going to talk for a half an hour and I only really want to be here for a few minutes, okay? Okay, so like most of you probably watching this video from the title, you're probably somewhere in your late 30s, early 40s, and asking yourself this repetitive question, what in the world is happening to me? All of a sudden I was fine, then all of a sudden I started getting a little girthy. You know, the hips started widening up a bit, and maybe you started getting like that extra little fat pocket underneath the bum itself started to get thicker, and you started noticing that your energy levels started to drop a bit. Another thing is with this, you've probably tried to go on a diet. Now this is the big one that I always come across being a personal trainer. And no matter what you did, that weight just wouldn't come off. Or maybe if you dieted and you did work out, maybe you actually started to gain weight and you had absolutely no idea, and then your energy just went through the floor instead of through the roof. Alright, so we'll cover this a little bit somewhere along the way as well. You know, another couple of signs could be like maybe you're perspiring in the middle of the night for no reason at all. Maybe the room is cool and it's cold outside, but for whatever reason you're just dripping in sweat. Or maybe you find that your sex drive is really hit or miss, like to the point where it's almost like you're a teenager again, and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, for absolutely no reason at all. Or maybe it goes to the other direction, and your sort of mind says that you want it, but everything's sort of dry and just not functioning properly. And you know, I know a big thing too is the irritability. And I mean, I'm not trying to call you irritable, and I'm not trying to pick a fight with anybody by any means, okay? I'm just saying that maybe the world seems to be getting a little slower and dumber to you, and you can't figure out why. Like, why is that plant not in alignment? And why does it set you off for a rage for an hour just because it was 2 inches over to the left? Or you find yourself screaming at the dog because he's looking at you funny. You know, like it could be those extremes, and I'm trying to just be a little bit funny here, but it could be minor. The deal is if you can sort of recognize it coming or feel it coming, you're 10 miles ahead of the game, okay? And the biggest difference is between this stage in your life and before is that this is not the first time you've had to go through any sort of transition. We're in our 40s now, and you've already been through, you know, puberty, you've been through school, you know, you've experienced so much in your life, so now you're sophisticated enough and humble enough and driven enough to be able to go figure out what you can do to make this better. You'll spend roughly, you know, a little more than half of your life having an actual menstrual cycle and be able to bear children. Because in North America, I think we're living somewhere between the ages of like 75 and 85 on the regular. So that means you're only really spending the last 30 years of your life without your cycle. And what we're going to find out from this series is that it's not really such a bad idea, or such a bad thing, I should say. In reality, this is going to be the big difference from you being, you know, low energy and being a little cranky to you really living the last part of your life and really being able to enjoy everything, where we've sort of lived life, learned life, so now we know how things work. You know, now we can go have some real fun with this and get things back on track. The biggest thing, let me check the time. All right, we're good. The biggest thing that you're probably going to hear from your doctor is this hormone replacement therapy. Now, they were pretty much just throwing this at women for a couple of decades because we really didn't know too much about it. They knew that it made people feel good, but they couldn't really figure out really why or what problems it was curing. So a lot of the times they were having issues even like knocking or pinning down what menopause symptom was. And sometimes they thought people were having, heart disease because it ran in the family and cardiovascular disease because it ran in the family. But in reality, it was the menopause itself and the disturban within inside of the estrogen that was causing you guys to have the heart disease and cardiovascular disease and stuff. So a lot of the times now, it's not quite as easy to go get the hormone replacement therapy. It does help, but it's more of a quick fix kind of thing that doesn't last for the long run. But we'll cover all those things in a later period of time. I think I've been here long enough, all right? So the next one I'm going to cover, I'm going to sort of set the stage for what you can expect a little bit more. And thanks for coming in to see me. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to come message us on the Body by Design Fitness Center Facebook fan page. Just go on the wall, write your questions. If it's too private message us and call our attention to whether you're looking for me or Scott and what your problem is and what we can help you with, and we'll be glad to put up a video or a blog about it. Again, thanks so much for coming in here to see me. Again, my name is Josh Wheeler, and this is Body by Design. And remember, it's never too late to live the rest of your life. But it starts with you. Have a good day, guys.